Hello, and welcome to Spirit Among Us. The final thing I want to talk about this week is getting discouraged in our lives. Sometimes it feels like we're losing this battle in life. Maybe it's because we've slipped up and sinned against God. We've fallen short of His glory again. Maybe it's because we see darkness taking over in an area that we don't want it to, in an area where we feel like God should have control. Whatever it is, whatever is making us feel discouraged, when it appears to us that the evil forces of this world are getting the upper hand, our lives can be discouraging. And in the midst of being stuck in this rut, God wants us to remember His promises. We have a hope that can't be taken away from us. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. The battle may rage on in our lives, but we know how this is all going to end. We have this hope. At the proper time, in God's will and in God's plan, we will reap a harvest. And we will reap that harvest when we're caught up with Him in His presence. So let us not become weary in doing good, because in the end, God's goodness will prevail. Evil will not stand. Darkness will not remain. It will be completely eliminated by God's goodness, love, and light. That is the promise we have in Jesus. So in the midst of our discouraging circumstances, in the things we face in our lives, we should remember this. Remember the hope we have, that darkness will be defeated. So as well as this, for more encouragement, God has also assured us that the fighting we go through now will all be worth it. Romans chapter 8 verse 18. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. Get this. No matter how bad things are getting here, no matter how evil things seem to get, they can't even compare with what is to come. God's kingdom will be so glorious and so wonderful that nothing on this earth can even come close to comparing. So even if our lives are full of darkness, even if it seems like evil is prevailing in every area we look, the glory of God will still prevail. And every moment of suffering we have now will all be worth it. God wants us to recognize this. He wants us to know, to understand that He is so wonderful, that the promise and the hope He has for us is so great that anything and everything we face in this life will all be worth it just to be with Him. So that is the hope God wants us to hold on to when we are feeling discouraged. Now the last thing that I want to remind us of today is that in our lives, even in the discouraging, hard times, we aren't alone. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. In this fight, God is with us. He doesn't abandon us when times get tough, or when darkness swoops in. When we're beaten down, God doesn't bail on us. He's always there, always ready to strengthen us, to help us, and to uphold us. So in our lives, even when life gets tough, let's not give up the fight. No, this life isn't always easy. That's the truth. And sometimes, honestly, it feels like a real battle. Like we just have to fight through every day. But we have a hope that far outweighs any pain we could ever face here. And through all the times of trial and tribulation, God is always with us. So hold on to this hope today and never give up the fight. Thank you for watching, and God bless.